Hey there, Jillian here today, and we're going to be talking about finding your niche audience. And so, how I first kind of found my audience on social media is I would go through who was liking my pictures and who was commenting. I would go through all my pictures and really take a look at the audience that was following me and who kept following me, who kept liking my pictures were music entrepreneurs and music influencers. And so that's how I kind of knew who my target audience was kind of developing towards. And then I would go through and I made a customer avatar of exactly what that customer looked like, what age range they were, where they hang out online, what they like to spend their money on, how much money they make, are they in school, are they working, all of that kind of information. I made a customer avatar and really describe that person so that I know who I'm talking to in these videos. I know who my audience is, who I'm talking to, and it just will help you kind of focus your target audience. Now, some quick tips that I would give you in order to kind of really target your audience is to make sure you're looking at influencers who are similar or aligned with your brand, or maybe even aligned with your music style. And these influencers, I wouldn't have them be like the most known influencers, but like medium-sized people that have medium accounts, because a lot of those accounts are still using hashtags. And if you look at maybe even their first comment, because a lot of people put their hashtags in the first comment so that it makes their post look a lot cleaner, and go through and see what hashtags your competitors are using and make a list. Actually go through and make a Google Doc with your hashtag list. I have one that I use, and you can constantly kind of change out your list or change out your hashtags that you're using. I would also recommend that you use all 30 hashtags. So on Instagram, you're allowed to have up to 30 hashtags that you use. And again, just put them in the first comment so it makes your posts look a lot cleaner. And if you use a scheduling tool, there's a really great one called Schedugram. I already did a whole entire post on this last month. So if you want to see what scheduling tools I use and exactly how to use Schedugram, definitely check out that blog post. But Schedugram also not only posts your posts, but it also leaves your first comment. So that's great for your hashtags to put it in that first comment there. So once you have your list of mid-level influencers and you've gone through those hashtags, the next thing I would recommend is that you look for different industry events that are happening or conferences that are happening that are kind of in your niche field. And a lot of them have hashtags that go along with it, and you can use those hashtags to pull in some of that audience. So that's a really great way of following your competitors. If your competitors have a conference that's going on, or maybe you know of lots of music conferences that are going on or music events that are going on, check out those hashtags and use those to help kind of generate some leads for your own business. The next way would be to target your audience using Facebook ads, and I can do a whole video on that. If that's of interest, definitely leave a comment about that below. But Facebook ads really allows you to micro-target your audience and really kind of pick and choose who you want to follow. And a really great way of using your Facebook ads or targeting is not only just targeting your own followers, but target your competitors. So when you're able to say like pages, I want to target someone who likes a page, you can actually specify what page that is. So think about musicians that are similar to you, similar to your style, and really don't go to like the major influencers. Go to those who have a decent size following, a mid-level influencer, and target those pages that are similar to you, similar to your music style, maybe similar to how you like to run and operate your social media pages, and you can target them to make sure that you're presenting your offer in front of their audience. And it's just a great way if you don't have a list already and you're trying to figure out Facebook ads. That's a really great way to kind of start off targeting a really strong audience for your Facebook ads. Another great way to find more of your target audience is to actually look at the people who are following you. Like I mentioned earlier, who's following you, and look at their hashtags. What hashtags are they using in their social media pages, and that will show you which hashtags they're kind of looking up, and use those hashtags on your posts. So I was told that you don't want to use these general hashtags, so like music, love, all of kind of those blanket statements, that those that have like 3 million different posts on them, because if you're using those hashtags, you're going to instantly go to the bottom of the list, and you're not going to even get any visibility because there's just so many people posting with that hashtag that you kind of just instantly fall to the bottom. So you want to be a little bit more specific on your hashtags. So instead of just using a blanket statement of music, maybe music blog or music blogger or what have you. So you want to be really specific on your hashtags. And the final thing that I'll mention, and I kind of just said it again, you want to use hashtags that have a decent sized following and not one that has a major following. So I hope that was helpful and that you're able to figure out kind of how to niche your audience down and how to find your target audience. And if you have any other questions, definitely leave that in the comments below. I am more than happy to answer any questions that you have. And I will see you next time in the next video. Take care.